Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is Camp Slash Horrorcast Season 1, Episode 4, Halloween. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, we appreciate it. Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just a reminder, Camp Slash Horrorcast is a weekly live videocast available on Twitch and YouTube. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/WeArePodcastNetwork and youtube.com/WeArePodcastNetwork. As the Camp Slash Horrorcast is live, I will not be editing the audio for this podcast, so what you saw live is what you get here. Please come watch the stream every Monday at 8 p.m. and if you want to see the previous streams, go check out our Twitch or YouTube channel. And for a full list of future films we'll be watching, please head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the Horrorcast.
Horrorcast. At least had a chance to see Halloween in theaters, did you? Or was it you still just a little too young to see it at the time?
Yeah, that came out in 78, right? Is that correct? 78?
That is correct.
Okay, 78. I was born in 69, so I'm 9 years old. So I was not able to see Halloween in the theaters. And so I'm in that weird, that's what's so weird about those types of movies for me. I was too young to see them in the theater. And then when I saw them like on VHS, when I worked at the video store, I think I was too old to get it. And it wasn't until later in life that I learned to appreciate them, like I did with, what do you call it? Fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah. So I was in that, like, by the time I was old enough to see it, it was like it had already gone, it was already past, So I really didn't enjoy it as much as I do now, as much as I appreciate it now.
Shoot, man, we're going to get into all sorts of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, we haven't started yet, have we?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that
took a slide just into that. So
we gotta
consider that a little
intro,
extra.
Say who we are, and then we'll get going. But that was a nice little background
Sorry
there.
about
Jay,
You're
Jay
good.
firing hot, coming in hot.
Oh, here he comes. All right, cool. He should load up here in just a second.
Now say that again, David, but say it like it's just rehearsed.
Wait till we get the intro in, and then you ask the same questions.
All right, well, hey, everybody. Welcome to Camp Slash Horrorcast. I am not your counselor, Ducky Wenzel. He is actually out tonight, and I'll be kind of holding things down, running the show as best I can here, but I am Ethan Eastwood. This is your other camp counselor, Jacob Pinkston. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, guys. Happy to be here. Can't wait to talk about this.
Welcome, welcome. Jay, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm holding up pretty well. I think, Jake just, shed light on it. I just lost a buddy on Friday, and it was pretty rough. He was part of the improv family for a very long time. He was my little brother, but I'm getting through it, and things like this definitely help the wounds heal a little bit. Just, getting to talk to you guys about stuff that we love. It's a really good distraction right now, and I'm really happy for it.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about that, man, but
Jeremy was a good dude, man. We all know that. We all loved him.
So, but for the second week in a row, David, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Welcome back to
Thanks.
camp.
And I just wanted to reiterate that too about Jeremy. I mean, I think Jake, when you said it, he was a good dude. I mean, that pretty much, that summed it up, man.
Jeremy was there for one of the greatest reveals ever. What we call the Kaiser Soze in the improv. David's already laughing because he already knows what I'm going to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, he may not, but he knows a guy. We had this show back in the day in Addison called Tales from the Dork Side, and one of the performers was a guy named Steve Awesome, and Square was there, and we just we saw this guy. He was a little autistic, and he really had a great set, and he just made everyone. It really made everyone believe that you could really achieve anything as long as you put your mind to it. And then afterwards, let's just say he wasn't quite what he appeared.
let's just say Steve Austin almost got his ass kicked by Todd Glass.
Oh yes,
Damn.
that's correct. Todd Glass and Sean Trainer at the time were so enamored with him. They were so like over the moon. They were like, this guy, because like I know Sean had someone in his life actually living with him at the time that was autistic, and so he was like, man, this is just such an inspiration. And then afterwards, it was
Man, fuck that guy.
Square was there too. Square, Jeremy Malega, and yeah, it was.
It'd be a 180, Ethan. Otherwise, he'd be back where he started.
Oh,
It was awesome. We talked about that forever. We loved it, and obviously, I got to meet Steve Awesome and his alter ego, but it's closer than you think, folks. But yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That was some like what's his face? Fuck, man on the moon. Andy Kaufman shit right there. Man.
Yeah.
That was some severe Andy Kaufman shit.
Coincidentally, that first Tales from the Dark Side show was in October. I thought it really lent itself very well to the whole theme of everything. That was back in 2007. That was
oh my god,
man!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I've got a Seduced by the Dork Side shirt that Darren Collins gave me.
Yep.
Oh my god,
No.
Yeah.
that is awesome, dude.
It's Steve Awesome.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, and it looks like finally we got Will coming in here. Hopefully.
Dude.
Dude.
Hot.
Oh, there you are.
Oh shit!
What's
I
up,
thought he was
Will?
gonna have like his fucking jumpsuit
Background.
on from the
I know. I was
ICP
ready
show,
for.
and
I was ready for.
Can
no,
y'all,
can't hear you.
dude? Check your mic, bro.
Yeah, man, you gotta check your mic.
Wouldn't be a.
Oh no. Is it gonna be okay or?
Dude, I hope Katie comes out with like a Halloween mask and just walks behind him in those walkways.
Oh my god!
I'll do it. Fucking do this show's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
That's so good. He has the best fucking.
I'm okay, guys. You know what wasn't appropriate? Watching your friend get murdered after you guys just talked about someone's friend.
Oh,
I didn't realize that till
Circle of life.
after.
Good timing, bro.
Damn.
I mean,
Now that it's awkward, let's move on.
Yeah.
our other
Anyway.
camp counselor, William Sonomo.
Will coming in back from the dead. Welcome,
I'm
Will.
okay.
How you doing? Not too
good.
dead, I hope.
No, how are y'all?
Excellent.
That was
Excellent.
fucking fantastic.
I'm good, man.
Talk about this movie.
All right, yeah. Well, this week we're finally hitting the one classic horror movie I've actually seen. What is it? 1978's Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
The
So-
most
Hell
people-
Carpenter.
I think-
Hell Carpenter.
Hell
To
the
most
Carpenter.
people, I think this is like the true birth of the slasher film, just because of the fact that this is the one that like goes into your backyard. Like this is it's not like Texas Chainsaw Massacre where you have to go find some backcountry like home or even like Psycho where you have to visit a hotel. This is one that comes to you.
Yeah.
So I mean, even though those other ones are so amazing, I think this is the one that really started the trend that I think so many other movies kind of borrowed from.
Oh, for sure.
Totally. Yeah.
So then,
well, and
yeah.
also, it's the one that kicked off the hey, we need a horror film for every holiday.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wasn't Black Christmas before
gonna
this?
It's African American Christmas, and yeah, it was. You fucking racist.
But it didn't hit. It didn't hit at all. Not really. This is the
Oh
one
my
that's like,
God.
oh yeah. And it
Yeah.
seems like such a duh movie too, doesn't it? Like a Halloween movie that's a horror movie. Like
Well, that's what ever since I jumped on with Texas Chainsaw and then this, I like to watch the making of, and watching the making of Halloween and the producer talking about how they were blown away, him and Carpenter, and the producer was like, dude, no one has done a Halloween movie, no one has the rights to that name, and they were just like stunned that hadn't been done before. And to think about it now, it seems so obvious to do, but back then, yeah, it hadn't been done.
Yeah, horror movies weren't like really something that you wanted to make if you wanted to be a respected filmmaker back at that time period. It was just schlock. It was B cinema. So
It was drive-in.
right. Yeah, it was grindhouse. It was camp.
Yep.
I'd still say, like, even now, Halloween is probably one of the most iconic horror movies from that whole era. When I think of classic horror, Michael Myers is the first thing that comes to my mind. The iconic mask, the big-ass knife, Dude, he is
That's
the
It
most.
holds up.
That's interesting.
does.
That is interesting.
It really
Well,
does.
If you think about it, it's a combination of the mask, the soundtrack. I mean, what other than Jaws, do you have a more iconic soundtrack? And then the fucking movie poster, man. That
Yeah.
is brilliant.
Yeah, the original movie poster looks great.
That's the one
This is
that's
a-
like the jack-o'-lantern with it fades into the knives, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like a
it's
silhouette of
the
them.
guy's holding a knife, and it's the way the knife is shaped, it turns into the jack-o'-lantern.
This is a massive tangent, and we'll get into it a little bit more later. But David, I remember last week you said that your favorite movie of all time is Alien, correct?
Yes.
And a lot of people would say that it was John Carpenter's movie that was like a student film he did in the mid 70s.
Starcraft, I think, or Star Beast.
I've never seen it myself, but a lot of people said that without that movie, it's really hard to get Alien. So this also came out like a year before Alien. So some people would say that this actually inspired Alien in itself. So it's like John Carpenter got to inspire it twice. And this is definitely like one of the most iconic movies, like not just horror movies, but a lot of people consider it one of the most important movies, period, because of what it did for independent, filmmakers in general.
Oh, it was up until recently the highest grossing independent film of all time.
What Blair Witch took it out, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Oh wow, shit, man.
21 years.
Shot for $300,000, and it grossed $70 million.
But
Hot damn. Yeah, I don't even think you could make like a class project for 300 million. Or oh god, no, dude.
Like the closest thing to this that I've actually watched recently was a movie called Grizzly that came out in 1976, and it was made for like $750,000, and it made $40 million. But we're talking all 70s, bucks. So at the time, it was literally like the highest grossing independent movie, especially horror movie. But then this one just blew it out of the water.
What was Grizzly? I never heard of that. What is that?
It's a monster movie with a grizzly bear. It is a linear story. It was absolutely a ripoff of Jaws. Like it was definitely the bear version of Jaws. It was a little more gruesome. It was a little gorier. Like you saw arms flying off and everything. Like it was definitely trying a little bit harder. But that's the thing. Like this one, Halloween. It's another one of those movies. Well, actually, we'll get into it. So, but it's definitely not. Halloween is definitely considered like an instant classic.
Well, y'all want to go ahead and get into it? Let's get into everyone's history with the movie. What was your first experiences with Halloween? Jake, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, that's fine. Same story as the other ones. I grew up right in that area where I was obviously too young to see whenever it came out, but I saw plenty on TV growing up with older brothers watching stuff that they liked. It's been a while since I've seen it since the last time. I mean, the movie, I'm good. It's okay. Okay. It's not my favorite. I like a lot of aspects of it, but a lot of times I'm just like, oh God, dude, this thing just keeps dragging right now.
A lot of stalking.
There was a lot of just like still camera, like just on shit that it shouldn't be for too long. But that's, they had to kill time. So I get it. I have a couple gripes about Michael's backstory, but so we'll get into that. But I grew up watching it as a kid, on and off, so nothing really special.
All right, right on. David, how about you, man?
So I was too young to see it in the theaters, and by the time I did see it, I was working at a mom and pop video store in Fort Myers, Florida. # bragging. And but by the time I saw it, I was in the early 90s, and I was into stuff like Hellraiser and things like that. So I found Halloween kind of pedestrian, but over the years I've grown to appreciate it because of how influential it is. But I did I watched it Saturday night for the first time in like 10 years, and I think I'm with Jake, where I'm like, if it's really not that. It's I don't want to. Yeah,
Hey, that's what this is all about, man.
Yeah,
Unleash,
exactly.
man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Ask it if you want. Yeah.
You can hate it if you want.
I don't hate it. I mean, this is so. I don't like it, I appreciate it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep, right there with you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, David, for you, I think in a lot of ways, it's kind of like watching the Goonies when you're in your mid-20s. Like, you'll never appreciate it
Yes.
like you could when you're in that sweet spot. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think the sweet spot for Halloween is being like a 16, 17-year-old kid in 1978 because nothing had been done like this before. And so by the time I saw it, everything had been done, had been ripped off, and that whole genre was beaten to death. And also, I was really into gore as a horror fan, and this movie does not have any gore. There is
No
gore.
real payoff at all. Yeah.
Yeah, no gore. But I had like Jake said, it has some great scenes, and later on I'll tell you one of my the scene that sold me on it, and we'll talk about it later. But again, it's for when it came out, absolutely genius. But I didn't see it then, and so by the time I saw it, it was like,
All right on. Jay, what you got?
For me, kind of more of the same. Like, this obviously came out a few years before I was even born. I guess I had kind of, you can call them bad parents. My mom took me to see Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5 in 1989. And I had no business seeing that movie. I spent probably more than half of the movie just, walking the theater so I could just walk off different scenes that scared me. But I did stay through the entire trailers. They had a trailer for Halloween Part 5. I think that's called The Revenge of Michael Myers. And it was my first ever exposure to that movie or to that whole franchise. And I was like, oh, what's this? And I was like, it's Halloween. It's Michael Myers. And like it said Halloween 5. I had never even heard about it. But then I was like, okay. All of a sudden, like, okay, well, there's this, but I actually saw bits and pieces of it, little pieces here and there. But my first time actually seeing this movie in its entirety, I was a sophomore in college, so I was well behind the curve. But I appreciate it from like that whole film school perspective, and it's cool to see what it did for the other movies like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. But I mean, for most people, like I think that I went to school with, it's always considered that like it's almost like the Arby's of the slasher genre.
Like if you have nothing left, that's where you go. You're like, oh, I guess we could watch Halloween. Yeah, okay.
That's my experience. But it has like, for its time, like it definitely has a few definite, like the number one thing I think it has for it is definitely that soundtrack, man. Iconic. Absolutely.
That's John Carpenter all the way,
perfect,
baby.
Man. It's perfect.
Love that he scores his own movies.
All right. Will, what about you, man?
You people are idiots because Michael Myers is the best goddamn slasher franchise that exists.
Hey, I like that. I like the fact that you're
for me. Okay, for me. So when I was a kid, I remember very distinctly one of my first middle school, however old you are in middle school. I stayed over at a friend's
17.
house. Yeah, okay. That's sure. Yes, 17. Everyone was 17. I stayed at my friend Deshay's house for the first time. We had a sleepover, and it was it was in October at some time. And we watched at least 4, maybe 3 of the Halloween movies.
Okay.
All the way up to, I know for sure we watched Season of the Witch because that's still one of my most favorite horror movies of all time.
It's so good. I'll die on that hill with you, Will.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen that, but isn't that like the only one without Michael Myers?
Well, originally,
funny
the whole
story.
point of it was to be kind of not an anthology, but they wanted a different movie every Halloween, and that was kind of the point. But Michael Myers did so well, they went and made number 2 also with Michael Myers, and then stepped forward into 3, trying to push the whole different movie every year, and people were just not having that. So they brought back Michael Myers. But I don't know, he's always had a special place in my heart. Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers is number 1 to me. Like, yeah. I completely agree with all the negatives. There's way too much stalking. There's super slow shots. But for me, that really adds to the movie. Like, I literally had to watch it twice today because I had to do all the clips. So, like, I remembered how much I enjoyed this movie, and even with its slowness, it's just one of the best.
Hey, Will, since you did the clips, please tell me you pulled the clip of the couple in the van joking around about having sex with a
Oh my
child.
God, yes, dude. They said, let's rip Lindsay's clothes off. I was like, did they? What? They're going to have a threesome with this little girl?
I had to rewind that 3 times, and then I had to IBDM, like, to make sure the character was who they were talking about.
I thought
And it
they
got
were just
worse
going to have like
every
a regular
time.
threesome. And I was like,
Yeah.
no, wait, Lindsay's who the fucking Annie was babysitting. This can't be right.
First of all, you're going to rip my clothes off. Then I'm going to rip your clothes off. Then we're going to rip Lindsay's clothes off. We're going to fuck a child.
Oh.
And I was like, what?
Well, yeah, same here. I had that in my notes as well.
And then I was like,
I will
man,
pull that now,
comedy
but no,
was
I
different in the
forgot.
70s.
Oh, jeez, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just glad I'm not the only one. Like, I'm glad you guys aren't like, dude, that was an integral part of the story.
It was vital to that character. It was vital. Oh my.
Without the threesome being an option, Michael Myers doesn't come in that room, okay?
Whoa.
So that's what had to happen.
You need the pedophilia,
I'm sorry,
the
I'm sorry.
toddler, the guy that's the pedophiliac, and Michael Myers, and it just brings the whole movie together. It's like the glue that holds it all there.
Apparently, you've never...
Yeah, you don't have Halloween without that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, like as far as like a put together slasher movie, like this one is miles ahead of both Friday the 13th. And I'll say it. I'll say it's better than Nightmare on Elm Street as just a pure like filmmaking endeavor. John Carpenter, he had his hand in, like we said, the score, and he had history behind it, and Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, let's talk about acting. I mean, like
The only one that carried the entire fucking
The
movie.
only one that
Everybody
could
else
act.
is like shit.
but that's just it.
Besides
That's
Donald Pleasance, who
Well,
was
yeah,
fucking
that's the cool thing about
president of New York.
That's the coolest thing I think about Halloween is that there are 3 main characters in this, whereas there's the final girl, which I think Jamie Lee Curtis defines what final girl is, and then of course there's the antagonist, which is Michael Myers. But Dr. Loomis, to me, in a lot of ways, I think this movie is almost like a modern day Dracula. With Dr.
Like
Loomis
he's Van
playing,
Helsing.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I got that vibe also.
That guy was with this franchise until he literally died in like what 95, 94.
Yeah.
He was because I saw Curse of Michael Myers when I was a freshman in high school back in 25 years ago, but like he was there and he looked run down. He was like 75.
Shell of himself.
Yeah, like 75 running on 95. But I just watched number 6, I think 2 days ago, and like he's listening to a radio show in this movie. Someone goes, "Isn't Dr. Loomis dead?" And he responds to like the radio, but he's not even talking to him. He's like, "Not dead, just very much tired." I mean, like,
Dr. Loomis has dementia now. He's talking to the fucking radio.
absolutely. Like, what's your take on Loomis? What's your opinion on Loomis in general?
I wonder why the fuck he's giving the cops orders around this fucking city. Like, why are the cops listening to him? Like, it's some fucking doctor from 2 towns over, and he's like, "Oh, I got a gun. Oh, I got a permit for it though. It's cool." And then it's just like he's trigger happy, and like he wants to fucking kill Michael Myers. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, we're gonna go back to his house. So don't worry, I'll just stay here and wait for him with my pistol.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, you're planning to fucking murder this entity.
I'm surprised he didn't turn around and blast the sheriff when he came and snuck up
he's
on him.
so fucking jump happy. Like the fucking sheriff scares more people than Michael Myers does in this movie. He sneaks up on Jamie Curtis while she's walking home from school. He fucking scares Dr. Loomis twice. I don't know. It's fucking nuts.
Jeremy Thrash, he's in the comments right now. He says, "You
What up,
talking
Thrash?
about least gory?" He says that's so off the mark. The gore was next level.
What?
What the fuck? Which
I don't know
fucking
about
Halloween were you
Halloween.
watching?
What Halloween? Now, if you're watching Halloween 2 was super gory because they were like freaked out because all these other slasher ripoffs were coming out and were like amping up the gore. And so they rushed Halloween 2 out and then they amped up the gore. But Halloween 1, I mean, name me a scene where we actually see a shit ton of blood. I don't think we see. Where's there a scene where we have blood?
Closest one would be whenever he put Bob on the kitchen door with that fucking knife.
Yeah,
Okay.
pins him up against the wall.
but you don't really see it. They zone out, they zoom out, so you just see the knife Venom while he's on the door. You kind of see it as it goes in at the beginning, but that whole scene doesn't even make fucking sense either.
It might be what we were talking about with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where your imagination or like the Mandela effect, where it's so horrific, you think about it, you're like, oh, of course there was gore.
Well, your mind fills in the pictures for you because you know what's happening. So.
Because the one girl is strangled in the car, the other girl is strangled by the phone.
Strangled in the car, she gets stabbed also, but you don't see the fucking knife go in her.
Yeah. The other guy gets stabbed. So yeah, I mean, I guess Jamie Lee Curtis, when her arm gets slashed, didn't even get slashed. He cut her fucking shirt. The only injury that she sustained from that was twisting her leg whenever she fell over the goddamn rail, which is also a final girl trope. You got to be limping as you're running away. You can't be full speed. Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, have you guys seen that movie, Final Girl?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Really funny.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I think Friday the 13th is the first of these like slasher movies, like beyond Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween, that like really said, okay, you know, gore is going to be a star. So yeah, the first Halloween, definitely not that gory. It's very moody. I think the whole reason it even got an R rating is just because of like maybe there was
terror factor,
too much blood, I guess,
or maybe them joking about having sex with a child.
That maybe.
They showed titties in it like twice, so that's why it got its R rating.
Yeah.
I think if it was made today the way it was exactly back then, it would probably be PG-13. That's my personal opinion.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
PG.
Right.
yeah, maybe.
I mean, hell, it was Indiana Jones and the Temple
of Doom?
They ripped out a dude's heart. They're like, okay, this could be R, but it's gotta be.
I was more afraid of Temple of Doom than I was this fucking movie growing up. I'm telling you, Temple of Doom had some fucking scary shit in it.
Oh, for sure. But yeah,
So
anyway,
I'm about to throw a wrench in here. I actually did not watch this version of Halloween first. I watched the Rob Zombie remake of it first.
Okay, cut him off. Cut him off now.
You poor
don't
child.
like
him
that.
off.
Yeah. Bye, Ethan. Have a good day.
Yeah, you're lucky you're the host.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
I know.
You're like,
So-
you're like the dealer at a poker game. Thank God we need you. I'm just, but like at the same time, you kind of fucked up. I mean, like,
I know.
in a
I
nice
know.
way fucked up.
I didn't
like-
know there was multiple versions of the first movie. So I watched that
because
thinking,
you're not
making
one of
this
those
worse.
like arguments on
You're
top
making
of
this worse for yourself. You're just digging yourself a grave.
I told you I was going to dig myself a hole here.
Yeah.
So, but
So
yeah.
you saw the Rob Zombie Halloween. So you haven't actually seen the John Carpenter Halloween?
I've seen that one twice. So my first foray into Halloween was the Rob Zombie remake of that.
Okay, no judgment there.
And-
Well, half judgment, but
Yeah, no, I know.
But he's young, man.
I know where I messed up, but I actually thought it was kind of cool. I liked all the blood and
Yeah,
gore.
the Rob
and
Zombie
it was-
Halloween's perfectly fine.
It was fun.
oh, without a doubt.
I like the first one. Second one sucked.
Going back and seeing the original John Carpenter Halloween, though, that one's a lot more psychological, and I love that one so much more than the remake that we shall not name. But
No. The remake. I don't have a problem with the remake, but you've always got to like preface it by saying John Carpenter, and then that because a lot of people will tell you that that's the best Rob Zombie movie ever made.
I fucking loved it, so I kind of on board with that. But yeah, so other than that, I hadn't really been too exposed to Michael Myers or Halloween beforehand. But yeah, before this viewing, this is the one movie I'm not going in blind to. I've seen this one. I watched it again today. I'm with Will. I think Michael Myers is one of the best slasher villains out there. He's intimidating, terrifying, creepy, just perfect. So.
Yeah, I can see that. That's what's up.
All right.
Well,
real quick, one thing I did notice about watching this is my memory of Michael Myers is of this kind of like 6'4", 300-pound guy. And then I'm watching the movie. He's like 5'4" or something, like a buck 25. He's super he's not very big. You know, he's kind of scrawny.
I think they did the same thing like they did with Jason, where he just slowly started
Grows
getting bigger
throughout
and
the
bigger as the
series,
movies
yeah.
went on. Yeah.
As his
He's
legend
pretty scrawny.
grows, so does he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Rob Zombie's movie is like a kaiju.
Tyler
But
Mane.
that's what I was wanting to know though. So like, how did he lift up Bob with that knife? Okay, so first he's got mongoloid chimpanzee strength. He can lift this dude up and stab him into a door. Like, how strong is this knife? Does Bob weigh like 25 pounds? How is he stuck in the door 2 feet off the ground? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't understand how he has insane superhuman strength. They don't touch on it at all. They don't say anything about it. Where did he get a driver's license?
Well, I think that's the thing about Halloween is that it kind of tells you in the movie that this is the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Right.
And so,
Yeah.
and it is frustrating because you really don't have, and you're right, Jake, you really don't have a reason why he can't be killed. It's just he's evil. He's the boogeyman, and it's kind of one of those things where they just kind of let it go.
Of course,
And,
It's
There's no
the
explanation.
suspension of disbelief
Yeah,
you gotta
it's the-
have. But I mean,
I do want to mention, you talked about Dr. Loomis and the actor, what's his face? Sorry.
Donald Pleasance.
Donald
Donald
Pleasance. John Carpenter asked him, he said, hey, at the end, when you go see Michael Myers is gone, he goes, we have two choices here. You could be shocked or you can be like, I expected that.
yeah.
And Donald Pleasance, he's like, it's up to you. You're the director. And John Carpenter was like, I don't know. And so Donald Pleasance did both, but he did the shocked version really cheesy. And
Yeah.
then he did the, I expected that to happen really serious because that's what he wanted. And
Oh,
then
fucking
by
A.
doing that, he kind of showed John Carpenter that's the real reaction would be Donald Pleasance's character, Dr. Loomis, would know that Michael Myers would be gone.
That would make
From
the most
everything
sense,
that he
too.
said, yeah, from everything that he said about him building him up to the sheriff, whenever he explained the backstory, you know, he came to me as a child and he had black, lifeless, evil eyes and shit. And he keeps warning them, like, your town's gonna be murdered and all this shit. So I mean, it makes sense. There is something going on there, but they don't really give us that much because at the beginning, all you see him as a fucking child in a clown costume, and he just killed his sister because she's a whore. And that's the only thing that I can gather why he did that.
Well,
And then he turns into a supernatural
Yeah.
beast who can't get killed.
let's
By
get
the
into
way,
that then.
just-
So, like,
Well-
with the whole surprise that it is a kid at the beginning, did that get y'all the first time you saw the movie? Because for me, I thought that was actually a grown-ass man with the clown mask and the knife and going in and just murdering these random people. I didn't think it
Oh
was
yeah,
going to be a little
it's a
boy.
great reveal. Yeah, that's a
And
great
right
reveal.
off the bat, too. Like, that's such a
Kids
weird
are,
thing to do.
kids are creepy, man. Kids are creepy.
Well, and also it's a genius. I think they borrowed that shot from a Hitchcock film, but it's a single shot going from the window up into the bedroom and then out again. It's a really cool shot, but yeah, it's a great reveal because your mind is like, well, obviously this is an adult killing people, and then you also have the great, everything is connected to Psycho. You have Janet Leigh's daughter,
Yeah.
you have Loomis, which is the boyfriend's character in Psycho. You have the stabbing is almost like a recreation of the bathroom scene.
Yeah.
There's so many great connections to Psycho in this movie.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't think about that. The only thing that I put together was that this was Jamie Lee Curtis's first movie and one that she's most well known for, probably. And her mother being in Psycho is her most well known movie. So, I mean, yeah, obviously there's a little correlation. I didn't put as much together as you did, though. But that's cool.
Oh no, but she lives. That's the big thing, is that in this one,
Yeah.
she does live. And I can't remember. So have any of y'all seen like all of the movies?
I've seen all of
Negative.
them.
Probably will.
Will, can you tell us when exactly they decided that she was related to Michael? Like the first time I remember hearing about this was, I want to say Halloween 5, but it might have been earlier than that. Do you remember?
Honestly, I don't, but yeah,
'Cause in
it was
H2O, that's like, it's all about them being
everyone
Right.
knows it, yeah.
So and I was wondering about that also because I knew that Laurie was supposed to be Michael's brother. But why is he terrorizing these people here? Like, I thought he just wanted to go back home. You know, he digs up his mother's fucking headstone and he goes
Brother?
back to the house.
Are you talking
But-
about Jamie's like extra chromosome, or what do you mean?
It's a different podcast, bro.
Right. But I mean,
Yeah,
what's his motivation for killing all the babysitters?
I think that's kind of the way they tried to tie it in when they did decide, oh, okay, they're related. You know, it's his whole goal to take out his entire family, and then these other people are in the way. You know what I mean?
Right. Jake does bring up a good point, because I'm watching the movie and I'm like, the only motivation I see Michael Myers having is killing is that he's in his house when Jamie Lee and that little boy walk by, and then he starts stalking the little boy and then starts stalking Jamie. Like, I never saw a connection as to why he would want to kill these people.
I guess he did stalk the little boy at the school, but he stalked Jamie first.
His motivation is a little weak.
Awen's 89 says the second movie wrote it into the storyline, so I haven't seen the second. I don't know if that's a thing.
I haven't seen the second one either.
The second one's pretty cool because it's like basically it picks up right where the first one left off.
Immediately, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, I was going to say is I don't understand. She saw him all throughout the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She doesn't alert anybody that this is going on. Okay.
She told her friend.
Yeah. Her friend's dad is a cop. They go get high together. Okay. They're driving along. He's right behind them. I don't know about you if you've ever been driving and smoking weed together or smoking before, but you're paranoid about everything around you. You're constantly looking like, what the fuck was that? Like, how would they not notice that the same goddamn station wagon is behind the whole way? And then Annie, that dumb bitch, is like, oh my God, my dad, put this away. And then she drives to her dad.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like, what's up, Dad? Like,
just drive past him and wave.
Lori, stop coughing.
Sheriff ever. Yeah, like you can't smell the dope coming out of the car. I don't know what's going on in this shit.
That was
weird.
Michael proves himself to be, like, without a doubt, the most sagacious serial killer ever. This guy knows how to...
Hey, dumb that word down for me.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
He's very resourceful. Like, he can drive. He knows where keys are at. He knows, that
was a cool little scene with the keys there. She had to go back into the house to get the keys because she couldn't open up the door because it was locked. But she comes back with the keys and doesn't even put them in. Just opens up the door. She didn't even think about it.
Obviously, I don't know about you for Jake and Will and obviously David as well, but all these different slashers, Freddy's dead and Jason's deformed, but Michael's, he's basically human. He is, but he's in form alone. His original name is called The Shape. You know about that, right?
That's what they named him as in the credits.
They call him The Shape.
The Shape.
He is human, at least. He at least is a bag of bones with muscle, so he knows how to do all the things that a human knows how to do. And it's he can drive. Obviously, like I said, he knows,
how he's been in a fucking mental institute since he was 6 years old.
Yeah, but
maybe they had driving classes at the mental institution.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Loomis said. He's like, oh, maybe somebody here taught him how to drive.
Throwaway line. But yeah, I mean, they gave him kind of the $1 Million Man sound effect there when he jumps on the truck, so maybe there is a little bit of a superhuman element there.
Yeah, right.
Superhuman driving skills. Duh.
Right.
Oh.
And maybe he's possessed by a demon or something. That's the only thing that I can
never meet.
I know, that's what I say, but that's
or
the only
do
way
we?
that I can make logic out of his entire superhuman abilities.
I tell you what, though, I really, really loved this last one that they did.
The one in 2018?
Yes, the direct sequel. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great.
Where they just kind of wiped the board and said, remember all those other movies we made?
They did the X-Men 3 treatment. Where they were like, X-Men 3? What? That never happened. Except for they did it for 12 films. And they just took them all. And they're like, even films with Jamie Lee Curtis in them, they're like, nah, that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
All gone. So how about some of the kills in this, guys? There's really not a high body count at all in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably count on
4 or
one hand.
5.
Yeah, how many people actually get murked throughout this entire movie? And
you have the guy who he steals his clothes from.
Oh, and his sister right at the beginning of the movie too.
Right at the beginning, so we'll just do 2. The girl that he strangles in the car and then stabs. The boyfriend on the fridge, and then his girlfriend with the
Linda.
and that's it, right?
I
Yeah.
think
That's
so.
it, 5. Yep.
Yeah, so Loomis is constantly
Lame.
talking up this whole, oh, it's going to be a massacre, everyone's going to die.
Yeah.
Well, he does that line from First Blood. Well, I hope you have a lot of body bags.
Well, he also did kill 2 animals.
That's true. That's true. There was a dog that got...
And
Animal kills hurt.
If you've ever read a script writing program before, they say 2 animals equals 1 human. So we have 6.
6. There we go.
I have never heard that. Why?
2 animals to 1... I think it'd be the other way around.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Look,
Guys,
if you're watching a movie
listen,
with my
it's-
girlfriend, she cries more whenever the animal dies than any fucking human on the screen.
crazy.
So
It's a script writing book that I'm doing. I'm writing myself. So I put
Yeah.
it in there.
I read it on Wikipedia right after I read it. After I wrote it.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, as far as these goes, do y'all have like a favorite kill out of the 5 we got? Probably for me, the guy getting pinned up against the door, chokehold. Mikey just going Hulk mode on this guy. Oh,
Yeah.
badass.
I like whenever he killed Bob's girlfriend in the upstairs and she tries calling she tries calling Lori.
Phone sex.
Yeah, and it sounds like she's fucking Paul or whatever. And also, how did Lori know that it was going to be Annie calling? I know they've been calling all night, but they didn't have caller ID. You know, like she's just like, Annie, knock it off. And she's like, well, that's not strange at all. Like, this person's just, I don't know. There's a lot of weird little things like that kind of rub me.
Well, my favorite kill is the one where he just like stabs him up there, but not because of that, but because of how he looks at him afterwards. When he
The
does
look
that
is
weird.
big. The look is
Yeah.
big. Like a blink
Oh,
stare.
yeah.
Yeah, that to me just creeped me out.
Watching his feet go limp also.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sticking
Yeah,
up and
good.
you can just see the life drain out of them.
Such a cool effect. Jay, Will, what about y'all?
Go ahead, Will. You're the, not you, buddy. You're the cheerleader. You tell me.
Best kill. I think my favorite kill is when she barely stabs him with a hanger and he dies instantly. He dies 3 times in this movie. He dies 3 times.
Wait, no, he didn't die then.
No, he was
Just-
dead.
He dropped his
resting.
knife. He
Nope.
dropped his knife and was holding his eye, and
No,
then
he
she
was
stabbed
dead.
with the knife, and then he died. Yeah, she never
Instant
double
dead.
tapped. Never double taps. Don't check on it. She stabbed him with a sewing needle in the
I
neck.
don't think any of the kills are really like super awesome. If anything, the phone one when he's strangling her, it's pretty intense. But yeah, I mean, like I don't think this movie's about the kills. It's about the stalk. It's it's a stalker movie.
That's probably a better question then. We'll hit that right after this one. Jay? Go.
For me, it's definitely the guy with the glasses getting pinned up and like and then no, it's a 2-piece and a biscuit because the one is the fact that he kills him, and then the next part is him rocking the sheet, right?
Yeah, Jason makes a fucking costume to put on. He goes and gets a sheet, cuts out eye holes, takes Bob's glasses, and just stands there and fucking harasses her. How long did it take for him to make this fucking ghost costume? Like, she's just down there waiting for a beer.
That was pretty amazing. That was really powerful. Like for me, and I guarantee, like that's the one that like John Carpenter was like, okay, this one's gonna get all the teens excited and they're gonna watch it. And he was right. He was 100% right.
Yeah.
I mean, again, $78 million on fucking 300K.
325,000 budget.
And none of the actors saw that money.
For real?
Fucking poor Jamie.
I'm
yeah.
sure Jamie
Well,
Lee
the
Curtis
director.
eventually saw that money. I mean, she's not hurting.
Yeah, but even John Carpenter didn't see the money, man. It all went to the distributors and the movie companies, man. They fucking banked.
Yeah. I like how the kids are watching The Thing
Dude.
going on, right? So, that's
I love
foreshadowing
that.
alone right there for what
Yeah.
John Carpenter's got coming up in his career. But that was a really cool little piece that they threw in there.
That is my second most favorite movie of all time is John Carpenter's 1982.
Yes.
And
So
the fact that the opening sequence is what they show in Halloween, and then that's the exact opening sequence to his movie.
Yeah.
It's just so
It's
great.
fucking dope.
I love that. I love the original as a kid. I remember watching.
Yeah, the
that.
original was good.
We had a thing in my hometown called Creature Feature, and it was hosted by a guy named Dr. Paul Bearer. And he would come out in makeup. He would come out of a coffin, and it was like midnight shows, stuff like that. But it was movies like The Thing, and that's what I grew up on as a little kid.
Have you ever seen Jack the Bear with Danny DeVito? He plays like the same kind of character in that movie. He's a guy raising up his two kids, but that's his job is that he has to leave them at night. He leaves it at like 11 o'clock, and he does those midnight features for creature films.
I think every small town had a Dr. Paul Bearer.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Dr. Paul Bearer.
I guess for us now, it'd be like Joe Bob Briggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Ethan, what was your favorite kill? You were the
I straight up.
He's trying to be host so hard that he's
I'm
forgetting.
sorry, man. I'm so used
to you're doing a great job. We're all just fucking softballing around right now.
Every time there's like dead air, his brain, you could just see it cranking.
I know,
I gotta speak now.
Words. Let's go. Yeah,
you're doing great, Ethan.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah. So it's. I miss Ducky Son. I hope he's gonna be all right. So
what your favorite kill was the
guy getting pinned on the door. Something about that really just it stuck with me. I think it was the head tilt, the soundtrack hitting at all the right moments during that, and then just it's Michael Myers at his best, man. That is for me when I was sitting watching that movie. That was the moment that actually locked me in. Beforehand, it was all build-up, all stalking, all that, and one or two kills here and there. But I think from that kill on, that's when it really just starts snowballing down and picking up pace. And
he gets much more exciting with his kills as in the later movies, for sure.
I hope so. Yeah.
I love that scene in the last one where he takes the teeth and he drops them over the bathroom onto the ground in front of that girl.
Ooh, yeah. That was the remake, right? Or not the remake, the one that
sequel.
2018. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And there's only going to be 2 more movies that I'm told after that. There's Halloween Kills. That's supposed to come out next year, and then 2022, Halloween Ends.
Oh, wow.
So
finally.
They did it.
And then 4 years after that,
Halloween Ends again.
Yeah.
It'll be, dude, after that, it'll be almost 50 years old.
Crazy.
H50.
Damn, man.
I'm down. I'm here for it.
It's like geriatric Michael Myers with his walker, just stalking little kids.
He's still fast as fuck.
I'm in.
How else could this series end? I don't see it ever ending other than just Mikey maybe dies or somehow gets reincarnated or something like that.
I got a question for all you guys. Okay, so my opinion is that maybe Michael Myers is just possessed, maybe.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, he had to be possessed by a fucking demon or something.
What's y'all's take on how he's able? So we're looking at, okay, let's just talk about the original series. We'll say it ended in 1998. We'll just say because Resurrection was an abomination, but let's talk 20 years, literally 20 years. That 20-year, if by hook or by crook, Jamie Lee Curtis killed him in 1998. What is your opinion of how he was able to survive all those movies? What's each one of y'all's take on that?
One of y'all want to
Let's go first.
I'll go first.
Go
Dr. Loomis tells us in the first movie, he's evil incarnate. That's it.
He's possessed by dark forces.
Yes. He's pure evil. That's how he does it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. That was my earlier. Like I said, he had to be possessed by a demon or something. That's the only way I can logically explain away how he's able to survive after everything that he's been through, plus superhuman, supernatural strength. Nobody locks their fucking doors or shuts their goddamn doors in this movie. So they're just like
Haddonfield.
It wasn't that kind of town, man.
Okay, even after you make the rape joke about raping the little girl, they didn't even shut the door to the van. Nobody shuts the doors.
They were born in a barn.
Right. Annie, she gets locked outside the laundry room. She's deathly afraid. They come back in, and then it's is she hears the phone ring. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave this door open. I don't care, whatever.
On
And then he's
that-
like just there looking at her like.
What was her plan to get out of the laundry room there? Because she kind of opens up the window, hangs out, and I don't think that there's like nothing blocking her from getting out through that
she could
window.
have just moved this little rack that's a little tin rack, weighs about 10
And she's got her
pounds out of
foot
the way.
set up on it, not really stuck. She just kind of needs to. But
I
First of
think
all,
the issue.
why
was-
would she have to be out there? I'm sorry, Al. Will, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, she wouldn't even have to be out there if she didn't have to completely disrobe in the kitchen for spilling a little bit of butter on herself. Just a tiny little bit. She's like, oh, I made a mess. I got to get completely naked. Bring me a robe. I'm going to the laundry.
The biggest
What?
thing the biggest reason she couldn't get out is because it was clear there wasn't enough sexy booties inside of it. So they
Yes.
had to.
Yeah, they
in the
had to.
movie, They had to give that little bit extra.
yeah,
There you go. That's a good excuse.
I want to apologize for saying evil incarnate. I don't think that's the right way you say it. It's an
Evil incarnate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
evil incarnate. I said evil incarnate. Is like that. Do you order that from like a fancy
evil
restaurant?
incarnate. Yeah.
He's possessed by hot pockets.
Yeah.
I'm not
Evil
very smart, y'all.
carnations.
I'm not very smart.
Yeah, you're not very
Flowers.
sagacious.
Yeah, I'm not very
Heyo.
sagacious.
How about you, Ethan? What's your take?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot the question because we were so busy talking about that later.
How do you think
How-
Michael Myers survived all these movies?
Okay.
He's thinking about those panties.
That's
I'm not
right.
gonna
I was thinking
lie.
about
She was
Annie,
one of the better looking characters in this whole movie. Her and Jamie Lee Curtis were kind
of course.
You know what, PJ Souls?
I like PJ, man. PJ's hot.
I
Which
like
one's
PJ also,
Okay,
but the hottest
70
one
years old.
was Michael's sister at the beginning of it.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Sandy Johnson. She's from San Antonio.
But I'm kind of with the other guys. I think it's a. Ooh, what is that? I'm kind of with the other guys. I think it was a demon. Y'all hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
fuck?
Not me. I don't think
There you
so.
go.
Are we about to
Anything.
experience our own horror movie?
I heard it. It's gone.
What was that? What was that one movie?
What about-
Unfriended.
Yeah,
Is it Unfriended
this is-
where everyone's
Oh,
on
God.
This is the Unfriended sequel. So
Oh, by the way, I wanted to show Will and Jay. This is for you guys. Little Halloween 3.
Ooh.
Look at this. And you're gonna
Is it
love
laser
this.
disc?
No.
Oh wow.
Oh my
NECA.
gosh. Where were those?
Target.
for real?
And then if you could see, it's got the little TV
It's
And
still
it-
Silver
Shit.
Shamrock.
and it goes into a pumpkin when you move it around.
Oh, that's cool.
Badass.
And cool. Yeah, I found it at Target, man.
Which one?
Like recently?
Yeah, recently. I was up in Irving, but it's NECA. NECA does amazing action
NECA's
figures.
That
Right.
guy
Yeah,
does
they're the best.
amazing work. I have a slightly different theory that never got explored after a certain movie. Will,
got?
you love season 3. You love Season of the Witch, right?
Yes.
And they that one deals a lot with cults and the druids and all that.
Mhm.
Have any of y'all seen Part 6?
Yeah,
Maybe.
the same
Maybe
guy's in
pieces.
it. Isn't the same actor in it?
Not the same guy, but it definitely. So 6. I mean, I was just trying to get there, but Halloween 6 came out in '95. It actually connects 3 and 6 with that circle of the black thorn. They went with this whole rune thing where they're trying to keep the bloodline alive. So the 6th was a horrible box office disappointment. It's an early role for Paul Rudd, Mr.
That's
Ant-Man
right.
himself.
Yeah.
He was in that?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep.
Damn.
he's a
Forgot about
huge
that.
part.
Yeah.
He plays the grown-up version of the kid that Jamie Lee Curtis is babysitting in the first movie.
And the original
man.
title of Halloween 6 was Halloween 666.
Absolutely, and it was still kept that title in overseas and whatnot. So yeah,
I was gonna say I feel like I've seen a Blu-ray with Halloween 666 on it before. I'm sure, obviously, it's an overseas copy, but
yeah, I actually that was the first Halloween movie I ever saw in the theater. So I saw the next 3 Halloween movies in theater. I saw 666 or 6 Curse of My Muggles, and then I saw H2O, and then I saw Resurrection, which I'm very ashamed of. But but that one was really cool because they really tried to circle it back, because at the end of Halloween 5, he actually gets he gets put in jail.
Yeah.
Halloween 5, he literally gets arrested Like
It
the
took
one
them 5
cure.
fucking movies to arrest Michael Myers.
He just took out. You know what? You're done. We're gonna put you
No.
under arrest.
He
You
can
think you'd stop
overpower
right there?
anybody he wants. He can live through fucking being shot 6 times, and it's like, oh, they got cuffs on me. I can't do shit.
Not happening.
Oh, I can't, man. It's just too tight. I can't.
So he gets arrested, and at the very end of it, he gets like there's this like shootout where like they call him the Man in Black, like comes in and kills like the correctional officer, and he's let go. And they explore that in vast quantity in the 6th movie about this whole like Circle of the Black Thorn, this whole cult thing. Like it starts out as just a slasher. They actually really explore the mythology of it, and then the movie doesn't do so well. So they go, no, he's related to Jamie Lee Curtis. They go, yep, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Like their eyes were bigger than their mouth. You know what I mean? Like, so that's my opinion. Do you think they could have gone a different direction or what?
Well, as far as what with 6?
Yeah, like I mean, like they really because they use 5 as like a backdoor to actually do 6, where it was like okay, 3 and 5 and 4, they're all connected, but
I think that was the biggest problem, was that they just felt like they needed to create a story to justify Michael Myers when he was created back in the day where it was simply just, hey, dark forces work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's fine. So the movies started to move into the, more modern times, and they were like, well, let's start getting creative with it. And, whoever took over or whoever wrote that one, like really shoot for the moon and just
Try building a lore.
Yeah.
It's
When
it's
it
kind
doesn't
of like,
need it.
Yeah.
it's kind of like Alien in that we don't need to know what the derelict ship is. We don't need to know where they come from. And like with Alien, Halloween it became about Laurie Strode. She kept on having to come back into it. And it's not, Alien's never been about Ellen Ripley. Alien is about Alien. That's what makes the movie so horrifying. And like with Halloween, it's Michael Myers. That's what gets you. That's what gets you.
That makes sense. Why did he steal his mother's headstone?
Yeah.
Make that cool scene with the dead girl in the bed.
Yeah, I was
That was pretty cool.
He's a very dramatic boy.
yeah.
He put on the
He'd like to
clown
put up
suit.
production. Yeah, he's got cinematics.
So
you
Puts
know
on the
that
ghost.
Hannibal Lecter saw that scene and was like, I'm going to take that to a 10. Because that was a great cinematic scene. That was a great, such a great reveal.
Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just so you know, the next section of the podcast will be clips from the movie, so you can find replays of the live video stream at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. Once again, all links can be found in the description. Come check out our live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And for a full list of future films, check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the Horrorcast.
Yeah.
All right, Ethan, move it along.
yeah,
Alright.
fuck it up, Ethan.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Dead air.
I'm trying to help you out.
Dead
but
air.
No, I know.
seriously, I'm just
Dead air. All right. Do y'all have any other points of this you want to hit before we get into like some clips or anything?
I'm sure you're going to show this clip, but for me, the money shot, my favorite scene of the whole movie is, and I'm sure you're going to show it, Will, is the scene where his face appears in the closet. And I watched the making of Halloween, and the way they did that was they had a dimmer, and the cinematographer would just raise and lower the dimmer to make his mask appear.
On top of that, we all know what the original Halloween mask is, yes?
That was what I was going to
Yes.
bring up. I heard it was like some William Shatner mask they painted white
There's a
or
James
something?
T. Kirk Star Trek mask that they went down to the Halloween shop and bought and spray painted.
$1.97, $1.97. They opened up its eyes more, teased up its hair, took off the sideburns, and then painted it white.
No.
Nuts. William Shatner is the killer of
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to say. Yeah.
Did you think he ever got any residuals? He's like, that's my fucking face.
Well, they
I wondered about that.
They completely revamped the Star Trek series after this, and of course, Star Wars came out. So I'm pretty sure he's pretty happy about that.
Yeah,
For sure.
You think this is what did it?
yes. There was a subconscious thing in the producer. Like, I don't know why, but we need to make a Star Trek movie.
Yeah, I want to see more Star Trek after that horror slasher stalker movie.
like the William Shatner mask is kind of scary. Like
Subliminally Shatner.
I feel like some Star Trek after that.
Subliminal
you-
Shatner is my band name.
It makes you want to go to like a Halloween store and get cheesy like actors masks and see if I can make them.
They're flipping them
Creepy.
inside out.
There you go.
well, you know, it's
Cool as
funny. It's real funny that y'all mentioned Star Trek because
I think you
about a
did.
year before this.
Halloween in space. There you go.
Well, no, but there was this movie that came out just a little bit, just a little bit before Halloween. It was called Star Wars.
Ooh.
Y'all ever heard of that?
Yeah. I don't know what that is at all.
I think it became kind of big. There was an actor in that, and his name was Peter Cushing,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and he was the original pick to be
Yep.
Dr. Loomis.
And also, the guy that played Count Dooku was also he wanted him too.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah, they
Oh,
wanted Christopher
Christopher
Lee.
Lee
They
would've been-
both
Uh,
And
they
a
both turned him down.
whole full circle to what I said earlier.
It's easy for you to say.
They cut him off.
Van
cut him
Helsing
off.
and Dracula. Literally, they played them both. So,
Star
Yeah.
Wars is another one of those movies that they just forced lore into that wasn't necessary.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Most def.
ooh,
I'm okay with the Mandalorian. This whole new
Oh
trilogy.
yeah, that's
But
this week,
that's-
man.
Yeah,
This is the
no,
way.
It's Friday.
This week.
This is the way.
This is the way.
By the way, my big toy store Mandalorian doll comes in this week, so I'll let you guys. Yeah, I can't wait.
I
I
got
can only
a.
find the Halloween 3 toys for $86 on Amazon, and I'm super sad about that.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
I bought mine for 50. They're going for
Yes.
86.
They were not
That-
on Target at all.
Oh,
$50.
dude,
What's
Holy
that?
shit.
this.
I would buy
This-
that for $50. That is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh,
Go to
when I
the-
saw that, I could not buy this fast enough when I saw it. It was
The
like
Target. Oh god, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. It was. Have you been to Target lately?
Yeah.
In the
I was-
back of the
Yeah,
store,
they have really good
all
toys.
their NECAs. Yeah.
All the pops and all the NECAs and
Yeah.
everything over by the movie section.
So
I was
I
gonna
went
say
in there wearing my what do you call
the
it?
Morton Joe.
Yeah, a Morton Joe mask. And the lady was like, "Can I help you?" And she was like, "Do you need the action figures?" That's what she knew. She
Just
was like,
scream,
"Throw in the
witness
back."
me
I
at
want
it.
to spray silver in her mouth. You shall ride eternal and chrome.
I just walked by and went mediocre.
So good. I was
I
gonna
want to
say,
get those.
Will, check out the Target over off East Chase. They have a bunch of this shit. I've seen a lot of horror action figures at that one.
Yeah, I see
What
them
were
at
you
the one
gonna
in
say, sorry?
Cooper that I go
Okay.
to. I really like the little, whether the teeny toon ones that are like Pennywise
Yeah.
and Leatherface.
Yeah.
They're so freaking awesome.
Yeah. You're gonna say cute.
You're so
I do have a cute
adorable.
Jason though. They're my cute Jason.
I got this one.
He's cutie.
Oh, it's a little
Look
chibi
at those
eyes.
eyes. Look at those
Chibi
baby
eyes.
blues.
He's ready to murder.
Oh shit.
I don't know
Nice.
got
why,
Sam
but
there.
like Five Below, like about a few years ago, they had like this. They must have an overabundance of like Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5 like fridge magnets.
What?
Yeah,
Five Below. Was
Yeah.
that that Cuba Gooden Snow Dog
No.
movie?
but yeah, yeah, right. Well, they had just a ton of these. Like they're like, well, this is where they're going. But yeah,
Oh,
it's funny how you
random.
can find these little niche places for all these little like tchotchkes that we're used to.
That's awesome.
Right on. Will,
I like Jonies better than tchotchkes.
Jonies?
Oh, am I sharing my screen? Are we doing clips?
Joni
think
loves
so.
tchotchkes, man.
Unless y'all got anything else to throw in there, let's get into some clips, y'all.
Main thing is just lock the fucking doors. Like nobody locks
Yeah.
their doors here.
Did we not want to talk about the remake at all, or are we just sticking with the original?
I didn't watch the remake.
I mean, we can brush up on it a little bit if you want, but I haven't seen that movie in years.
Just wondering, just wondering if we're talking about the pure original. Hey, let's go to it.
Yeah, pure
All right.
original. All right, what you got, Will?
Well, we started with obviously Mikey's first kill.
Oh yeah, slow it down.
Titties. Look at her sweet tits.
Oh,
She got an awesome rack.
and
All
like
right.
Psycho, doesn't show any like entering or anything like that.
I think Friday the 13th took a little cue from this because you're the killer. They put you in a first person view.
Mm,
Oh yeah. Oh, so great. And what a great camera shot that is. The way it pulls back,
Yeah.
goes all the way back up.
the little kid kind of looks like Macaulay Culkin to me, almost. Like he's about to just start setting up traps and going, "Oh, sorry."
So that's a great theory. I don't want to go too deep into it, but they think that he's Jigsaw from Saw because of all of his
Oh.
elaborate
Makes
traps.
a lot of sense.
Wait,
That's
It
funny.
does make sense.
they think Kevin from Home Alone is Saw?
Yeah,
Well,
he
he's
grew
just
in,
like
it
him at a
turned
young
into Saw.
age.
Yeah, he's a total masochist. You see the way he got off on torturing the shit out of these
Yeah.
two guys for 2 movies.
So this part here, this bothered me a lot. I realize now after I cut it all up that he's just trying to get the car, but I didn't like how slippery Michael was. I want to know. It's just rain. It shouldn't make it that slippery.
Why does she roll down the fucking window anyways?
Well, she's smoking. Maybe that's why.
In the rain.
She's got to put a cigarette out.
Also, there's that.
Look how slippery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
The
this is
hands were kinda-
78, dude. They had
Yeah.
ashtrays in their cars and they were smoking the windows up.
I like the scene where they first come up and they see all the crazy people walking in the rain. Like that was a really creepy shot.
Yeah.
And they're way too casual about that too. Like they're just like, "Oh, I
They just
didn't know
keep
they
going.
let them walk outside at night."
In the
What?
middle
Not
of
only
the
that,
night.
but they all just corral all the other crazy people at that asylum. Like it just okay, well, cool. Well, we have Michael to deal with, but all the other ones we got them.
Yeah, nothing strange going on here.
So I wanted to make sure that we recorded how long each of his stocks were.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So I didn't total them up or anything. We could do that together.
By the way, that kid's a dick for not opening the door. She was trying to get in.
Yeah, a little sleepy fuck.
Mommy even suggests a haunted house. He said awful stuff happened.
We're all
there once.
doomed.
Probably won't get out of this.
You're doomed.
I gotta go. I'll see you tonight.
So this is his first big major stock. Let's see
Yeah,
how long
like,
this
is he-
shot is.
So he's pissed that they came to his house. That's why he stalks her.
Look
Yeah.
at this shit. This is ridiculous.
He's just chilling.
I like that you can hear him breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that watching it, and I had never noticed that before.
Another influence that Star Wars had on this movie.
21 seconds of stalking. That's pretty good.
Good God.
Yeah,
I think he can beat it though later on.
I'm pretty sure.
This is just my favorite line.
Yeah, this is good.
Because I know him. I'm his doctor. You must be ready for him. If you
Don't forget the fact that he's driving a BMW.
Oh,
means
and
he's
Jay
a
talks
doctor.
right over the line.
Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit.
It's all
Back it up, back it up, back it up.
Oh,
back
no,
it
what
up.
was the line?
No, pause it, pause it.
Well, if you don't do it, it's your
Rewind,
funeral.
I'm sorry.
What was the line?
What bothered me about that scene also, though, he goes and sees the truck for Phelps' garage, and he's just like, oh, God. And he's looking around. If he would have just walked like 5 feet up past the door, he would have seen that dude's dead body and be like, oh, yeah, we got this motherfucker.
So-
He's killing people.
That's what I don't understand is he's got the little station wagon or the station wagon or something. And
He stole it from the nurse.
yeah, he stole that from the nurse. Does he run this guy off the road, steal his clothes, and then hop back into that same car? Because he's driving that car throughout the whole fucking movie.
It's a nicer car.
If you've ever seen the deleted scenes, he actually tells the guy that his tire is low of air. He gets out, and then he takes that thing that you kill with cows with, and then hits him in the head. And
Shut
then
the
takes
fuck
it.
up. He's Anton Chigurh.
It all comes back.
Yeah.
He flips the coin and
He flips the coin.
Now put that coin in your pocket.
This scene went on a little long, in my opinion.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my god.
Oh,
so
fuck
good.
yes.
What?
What? Oh no!
My sequels were better.
You think she would have ran away by now?
She wants to see who wins. Michael did.
What the
So
fuck?
fucking good. So good.
So this one, Jay, don't talk over it. You can tell, you can tell that Donald Pleasance forgot his own name in the movie, and I love it.
Sheriff. Pardon me, I'm Loomis, Dr. Samuels.
Oh my god.
I'm
Lewis.
They've already established he's a scaredy bitch. So, I mean, maybe he's just kind of frazzled. What I don't like about that scene also, though, is he doesn't, like, observe the street. He's looking for a killer, but yet he's facing the building the entire time. He just drives right by, like,
Yep, here I go killing again.
We have another good stock timer. Let's see how long this one goes for. So start the timer.
Oh, shit.
Obviously, just out in the open with this one.
Halloween, though.
Yeah, he's kind of blending in with all the kids and people in costumes. So.
Yeah, he totally blends in with kids.
Yeah, 6'2", child.
That kid who was really big in 8th grade.
That like senior in college that was in 9th grade.
It's a good stock. It's a good long stock.
Jesus
By the
Christ,
way,
man.
that girl,
Oh.
that girl is the sister of the blonde girl who was in Assault on Precinct 13.
Oh, yeah, another
movie?
Carpenter movie.
Yeah, and she ended up, the Lindsay girl with the dark hair, ended up being one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And she's smoking hot.
Oh, yeah, Kyle Richards.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
she's fucking hot.
Yeah, she's really good looking.
And so that one was, what, 34 seconds?
34.
See if he can beat it. Let's see if he can beat it. There's more stalking in this movie. There he is.
Look at this.
She's looking right at him.
She literally spilt nothing on her.
Yeah, tiniest bit of water.
I gotta change and get naked
Yeah.
now. God damn it.
Completely fucking nude.
Carpenter wouldn't let you get excited. He shoots to the kid real quick.
I know, but that was kind of
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah.
How many babysitters does this girl need?
Still stalking. Is he going to beat 34 seconds?
Oh shit.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
he
he
is.
Oh no, dude. This one goes
They screwed
on.
it up.
This is the longest stalk, dude.
Yeah,
This
36
one goes on
seconds.
for like another 2 minutes after this.
Finally.
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 Get that bitch.
This one
Didn't
caught
even
me
put
so
the
off
keys
guard.
in. Didn't even
She
put the
didn't.
keys in. Why is it all foggy in here? Were Jack and Rose in here?
The way he pops up is so perfect. That got
None
me
of
the
that,
first time I
like-
watched this.
John Carpenter, like, he knows how to set up a fucking murder.
I like that Michael instinctively grabs the throat of everybody so it reduces the amount of screaming. They can't be heard because you can't scream or do anything if you can't breathe.
Exactly.
That's a little bit too much information you know there, Jake.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of police brutality videos.
They borrowed that for Scream about 10 years later.
The faces she makes though are horrible. She's like,
Yeah, that cross-eyed death.
Yeah. Drags her face on the window.
yeah.
I think I know what this one is.
Not yet. What is this kid saying? It gets worse.
What? I had the subtitles on and I still couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying.
Mindless gibberish.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid. Oh, I'm not. Then go in.
Creepy Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
Seriously, man.
Oh, this part is great.
Chicken. Go ahead, Lonnie.
He's just being a dick. What's the point of this?
Go in.
He doesn't want the kids to go in there because he's afraid Michael will kill him.
Hey,
But he's getting-
Lonnie, get your ass away from there.
But this smirk that he gives.
No, yeah, he derives
He's
pleasure
so
from it for sure.
pleased from himself.
That's how fucking Michael was created. He did this shit in the asylum, dude.
Here you go, Jake and David.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so we're gonna do, first we go inside, right? Then we'll just talk a little. And then Annie will distract Lindsay. That's when we go upstairs to the first bedroom on the left. You got it?
Okay, first I rip your clothes off.
So don't rip my blouse. It's expensive, idiot.
Then you rip my clothes off. Then we rip Lindsay's clothes off. Yeah, I think you got it.
Teens.
I think we've met the real psycho of this movie.
Yeah, right.
Michael did us a favor.
Michael is justified in killing these people.
All of them.
They were going to rape a child.
You asshole.
We got to show all the kills.
Oh
How
yeah.
strong
Yeah, there's only
is
four
this
of them,
knife?
five
How
of them.
strong is this door?
The door is really flimsy. That's one thing I noticed. Like when he
Yeah,
opens
so
it.
he would have like just fallen right off.
Yeah.
For that brief second, he looks
that's-
like Andy Samberg.
I thought he looked like Andy
All
Dick.
right.
And we're done.
It's a knife in your cock.
That's pretty fucking intimidating though. Like to see somebody lift somebody up by the throat, off the ground.
Dark.
I
forces.
give him props on that.
And the head tilt. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
He
The
stalks
best-
him even
He's
after he
admiring
did.
it.
Best scene in the movie, followed by the next scene.
He's like a puppy dog.
Yeah.
But no, or an artist.
Admiring his
Word
work.
on
Yeah.
See anything you like?
I
Yeah.
see two things.
Except she looks like Caitlyn Jenner in the face, but it's all good.
Who's
Even-
looking at her face?
He even went as far
Right.
as to put on
We
the
are,
glasses.
we all are,
too.
because we don't see anything else right now.
It's like she's laughing with us.
Right.
Give me my fucking beer.
Come on,
Beer.
well, can't you answer me?
I am your father.
Where's Lindsay?
Where's?
Oh, and Annie.
Hold on, she's got jack-o'-lanterns for nipples. It's weird.
Dun-dun.
Well, it's better than Ethan and
Dun-dun.
Will's head from my view.
I'm gonna get you.
Hello?
Hello?
I had to go frame by frame getting rid of
That's
that.
funny. the amount
Right.
of work you had to do.
You're
I didn't
Totally
know phone
appreciate it.
sex worked this way. And they call you now?
Annie, you all right?
She is not.
Like she's
alright.
totally. Yeah, no, she is though. Those aren't death rattles. Like she's getting off on this. Those are pleasure
Yeah.
screams. Like she likes
Fooling
being
around
choked.
again?
Yeah, she's fooling around.
This is just the big reveal.
Should have been her tits.
Gotta wait till the training place.
Oh,
Yeah,
so great.
1985. I know we had to wait fucking 7 years.
83.
85. Looking it up.
I just watched Scream yesterday. That's the only reason I know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I thought about that line also.
That's a good swinging bottle.
Right. Here we go.
The cross eyes, man.
Here we go. Here we go.
Every other dark panel has had something bad in it, and now she's just standing by.
Oh, it's so
Such a good
genius.
shot.
Fuck yes.
Can you imagine being in the
How did he
theater?
miss?
Oh yeah, it's pretty awful miss.
What
Can
was
you
that,
imagine
David?
being in the movie
You're so
theater when
good.
that happened?
Oh, dude, yeah, I bet everybody shit their pants when they saw
Oh
that
my
fucking face the
God.
first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Didn't they use that as like the cover of What of the Future? I think didn't Zombie use that one like as his main cover? That half face blackened out.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
I love The Neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
they're like-
off.
It's Halloween night. They probably think it's pranks, you know?
Or Mormons.
Even
Yeah.
still.
Like, oh, God.
No.
Yeah, what the
Close the
fuck?
blinds, Ted.
Go on, go back to your house.
So much for everyone having their doors unlocked. I mean, shit.
Don't
That's
open
the
the door. I
one
bet it's
people-
another one of those flaming bags of poop.
That's just the kids playing another prank. That's it.
Or is he?
Boom. Instantly dead. First, she hit him in the head,
Yeah.
in the top of the head, but it's in his neck when he backs up. But he's dead for sure. She got him.
Yeah, there's no point to even check at this
No.
point.
Zombieland
Yeah.
double tap.
Like
That's
I would be
exactly
like,
what I was thinking the entire fucking time. She didn't check 3 times.
where's the like celebration dance? Like she won. She got him.
Look, his
Yeah, he
legs
got
all
his
weird.
fucking knife. Yeah, he's like fucking Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber when he falls into the tarmac.
Well,
He was still breathing.
wait, no, he's not.
Yeah. It looked like his jacket was still kind of.
Hey,
Yeah,
Paul
it's
Rudd.
called bad acting, Ethan. You
Fair.
can tell Bob was still breathing whenever he was on the fucking pantry door.
Here. There's nothing to be scared of. Are you sure?
They never talk about the girl.
She's so
Paul Rudd
certain.
came back, but they never
She's so
brought.
certain.
You can't kill the boogeyman.
I'm sorry, Jay.
the boogeyman.
Did a.
Keep running.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, we've all seen this scene 1,000 times. Even if you've never seen this movie, you've probably seen this scene. So I just sped right through it. We're just gonna speed right through it.
Closet. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna hide in this fucking weak ass closet with slats on it. Whatever. I just watch him punch through a door.
It's clearly working. He can't get that closet open.
Yeah, I know. This is his fucking bane of his existence right now.
And then she kills him again.
Oh, you didn't show him get stabbed in the eye.
There we go. Yoink.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Stake through the heart, bro.
Not my eye.
Oh,
need that
fuck,
to
my
see.
knife.
Not my left eye.
Did she just. Okay. I thought she just
Yeah.
punched him
With a knife.
Over.
with the knife. There you go.
Cool. We're done. We're done.
He's
Yeah,
dead
he's-
for sure. We got
He's
him.
definitely fucking dead.
He's
He's
definitely
so
dead
done.
in this one.
By the way, I've never seen a kitchen knife that fucking big in my entire life at any kitchen I've ever been in.
It's pretty
That
solid.
thing's massive.
Did he bring it from the hospital with him?
It was in the
Yeah,
back
where
of that
did he get
nurse's
it?
car.
Yeah, they don't show
Oh,
where he
no.
got it.
They mentioned that he broke into the hardware store
Hardware
for
store.
something.
Oh, yeah,
But he
you're right.
stole,
Yeah.
what was it, a mask, some rope, and
mask,
knives?
rope, and knives.
Exposition.
What
Crazy
kind of
big
hardware
butcher
store has that?
It's a slash cooking slash hardware.
Slash Halloween.
The slash people.
It's a Spirit Halloween store during the season.
The big reveal.
Slasher.
Hey, Dr. Loomis.
Yep.
I'm Matt Damon.
This shot bothered me. I know he fell back into the room, but now he has to run down the hallway. Like, the scene is confusing. It's almost like he wasn't even in the room.
This is the greatest death acting ever. Look at
It's a really funny dance. That is really funny.
this. And then he steps up on the thing to fall.
Okay, hold on. So, at the end of that scene, Dr. Loomis fires one more time after he's fallen out the window. Okay, like he pulled it, like he didn't have an extra bullet, but he tried it anyways. Like, what if nobody's in the room? He's still just gonna pull it for some reason. What the fuck is going on?
He's been waiting
20 years.
Yeah.
He's been waiting 20 years to unload on him in the last 24 hours outside of the house yeah, he's ready to go.
Dr. Loomis escaped with him. He's just pretending to be a doctor. He just wants to shoot a gun.
And then the big reveal, he is not dead again. Cue the music.
Now, because when Halloween 2 picks up, it picks up like right after this scene, right?
Yep, 100%.
Yep. And that's it. That's it for the clips.
No yakety sax, huh?
No, I did not do it. That's Duck's
Son of a bitch.
I did the fun. I did the fun window gag.
That was a good gag.
That was hilarious.
That was a good one. That was good.
Oh man.
You know what I'm kind of bummed out at is that I guess it's a horror trope nowadays, but I would have, my memory of this movie is I swore I thought he killed the sheriff. But he
only shot the deputy.
Good night, everybody. We're done.
Oh my god. No, the sheriff only pops up a couple of times, and he just kind of. So there's someone running around Haddonfield.
Yeah, he scares more people in this movie than Michael Myers does.
Yeah, he's fucking useless throughout the whole
film. Oh shit! It's a cop! Throw away the weed. Fuck.
Hey,
yeah, he's pretty useless.
He drives around.
He doesn't really move the story at all.
He takes orders from the fucking doctor. He's like, no, don't come in here. You go patrol around and go tell your friends.
I thought for sure there would be a scene where he confronts Michael Myers and Michael Myers kills him, but he just kind of like this. He never shows up again.
And he's got that creepy smile on his face the whole time too.
He's grateful that Michael Myers killed his fucking dope-head daughter.
You know how much money I was losing on the weed and gasoline she was burning? Oh man, not good.
Oh, by the way, did you also notice like the whole exterior? The whole movie's filmed in California, and they had to like bring in a shit ton of fake leaves and like fall leaves to blow around.
One of them landed in her hair. Also, I don't know if you saw that shit. They're like, "Oh, this is beautiful. You couldn't have planned that. Leave that leaf in there."
It's shot in the summertime, but yet they're trying to blow these fake leaves around to make it look like fall, and all the trees are fully green.
That never clicked for me, but now that you mention it, it's fucking summer.
Yeah, in California.
Yeah.
There's also another really weird scene where they're in the beginning where they're driving and he's following them in the station wagon, and it goes from completely bright to completely dark. Like they turn a corner and it's completely dark out. I'm like, fuck it. They've been driving for 7 hours, just driving around.
That's kind of a horror movie trope, though. Like you could see that plenty of times. Like in Scream, they had it where like it was like dark out, and the very end it was light. Same thing in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like time just seems to be in a vacuum in a lot of ways.
You know what? The thing about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, though, I don't think we touched on it last time, but that honestly kind of shocked me also at the end whenever she did run out, and it was daytime because so much of all the killing took place at nighttime, so it really elaborates on how long this torturing of her has been going on, the dinner scene or whatever.
For sure. Yeah.
And I will say this about like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We talked about it last week, and I watched it last week. That movie really bothered me, and like I kept on thinking about it over and over again. Whereas Halloween, it doesn't really. I watched it, and I'm like,
it doesn't stick as much.
Stick. Like I said, I respect it in that scene where he's in the background and his face shows up. There's a lot about it that I respect, the soundtrack and all that kind of stuff, but it didn't affect me the way Texas Chainsaw affects me.
I stand by the fact that it's not a slasher movie. It's a stalker movie. And I mean, that's really what was being put across in this, and that the stalking is the scariest part. That's why what 3/4 of the movie is just stalking, and then the very end is the killing, and it's not even overly gory.
So,
Voyeur's dream.
So, Will, would you say this is the best slasher movie or just best stalker movie?
Well, I don't know a whole lot of other stock. Maybe Maniac, but that got really gory.
I love Maniac.
Yeah.
I guess
both of them.
God, I can't even think of what the fuck it was called now. Sliver. That was kind of a stalker movie.
Yeah.
I feel like you can kind of compare this to
pretty insane. Pretty insane. Like I would say I'd say Manhunter or Red Dragon. That's a pretty big stalker movie too.
I love Manhunter, man. I think Manhunter is great.
The Mark Wahlberg fucking movie.
Oh, Fear.
Fear.
Oh, yes. Good.
That's a stalker movie.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, yes.
That movie gave me some of my best notes on how to stalk.
Yeah, always stalk Alyssa Milano.
Yes.
Or Reese Witherspoon if you have to.
No, I'm saying Will, you said it's like your favorite slasher. That's what you said at the beginning, but now
Michael Myers is his favorite slasher.
Yeah, it's the villain.
Not the Halloween, not the first Halloween.
No, my favorite slasher movie is easily Sleepaway Camp. That 100%. That's my favorite slasher. I'll say it 1,000 times.
Yeah. Says the best reveal ever.
But this is, as far as like the major super franchises, Michael is top in my book.
Oh yeah, easily.
Well, it's definitely had I think it's had the best sequels out of all those franchises.
What?
I mean, some of them have been awful. No, but like,
what?
If you look at like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th, I think the Halloween sequels, Part 2, especially the one in 2018. I think there's been some really good quality sequels made with Halloween.
What, sequels or remakes? I mean, like.
Well, I guess I'm throwing anything that's been associated with reboots. Anything that's been associated with Halloween.
There's more good Halloween than there is good Nightmare, than there is good Fridays, than there is good Texas Chainsaws.
What? Yeah, but Leprechaun trumps them all.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Have that battle royal. I would. You know what? That'd be a fun new podcast. Like put Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween. Like, and you just debate like all the movies.
Okay.
We did something similar to that on We Are Air. We took a bunch of names of characters from protagonists or antagonists from horror movies or just hero genres or whatever.
That was a cool
and we
cast.
threw them all in a hat and we just pull them out and it'd be like this person versus this person, who wins and why, and we'd sit there and have to plead our case as to why they won.
Well, here's my gauntlet right here, throwing it down. That if Will wants to be Team Halloween, I will absolutely be Team Nightmare. No problem.
Okay.
Whatsoever.
So
that's
then,
easy.
Let me ask y'all this: as far as the
TBD.
Halloween sequels go, what is the point that you should watch up to? Are they worth watching all the way through, or do you want to suffer through Resurrection, H2O, all that stuff? How far into the franchise do you want to go?
I don't think that Nightmare on Elm Street. Now that we're like jockeying,
No.
I'll say it.
We're not talking about that.
Not a more embarrassing movie
when did Jay get drunk?
franchise than Resurrection.
When did Jay get drunk?
Jay,
when did this happen?
He's trying to tie it all back to Halloween so he can wrap up here.
Yeah.
Is it worth watching the rest of the Halloween movies?
Yeah,
That's
we
what
all
he's
agree.
asking.
If I'm
I
understanding
haven't
this right.
seen them, so you and Will would be the ones to answer which ones are worth it. From this one on,
yes.
Where do we go?
Watch them. Yeah, Resurrection, whatever it is, that one sucks. I get it, but still, watch them. They're solid.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome.
Here you go.
I asked one goddamn question. You motherfuckers ain't got shit to say. You've been talking the entire goddamn time. I finally asked one fucking question.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, watch them.
No, I stand by it. Watch them. Resurrection sucks. It does.
Are they all good? Like, what's your favorite Halloween? You say Season of the Witch is yours,
It's 3.
correct?
Yeah, it's the best.
Jay, what's yours? You've seen them all, correct?
Probably 3. The one that has nothing to do with Michael Myers. The whole basis.
Okay.
I would totally agree.
So this whole franchise is shit,
except for
the
1 and
one
3.
movie that isn't based on them.
Dude, Season
I
of the
would
Witch
say
is
my
so
favorite
creepy.
is probably the first. The first is probably the best.
You should watch Season of the Witch just for the creepy relationship between the old guy and the super hot young girl.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
creepy.
uncomfortable because she
Yeah.
is so fucking smoking hot. And he is so old and gross.
All right, Will, let's take this on. What do you got for our
We got our
reviews today?
recommends.
What
So
are
I
you going to
didn't-
recommend?
I didn't theme this one because I pretty much did slashers last time or the time before, and then I did the chainsaw last time. So this one I'm just picking some good underrated horror movies y'all should check out. They're both on Netflix. Number one is called The Platform. It's a very different kind of horror. Basically, a guy's in a room and there's food that comes down from the ceiling, and then they have a certain amount of time to eat, and it goes all the way down again. And apparently it's like 100 floors from top to bottom, where this food starts fresh up top, full and all that, and it moves down. It's just kind of this psychological
666 floors, good sir.
Oh, okay. I was way off.
And subtitles.
Huh?
And subtitles.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a foreign flick.
It's Spanish, right? I think it's
But
Spanish.
it's Spanish.
Yes, it
but
is.
this is one of the like top new movies. And then
It was good.
One that people I think kind of throw away is this movie called Cam. It's another one on Netflix. It's about a cam girl. She does, the pay by the minute sort of cam thing. She wakes up one day. All right. She wakes up one day and she realizes someone tells her she's online. So she looks and there's her online live, but it's not her. And it's kind of her trying to figure out what's going on. It turns out this is crazy conspiracy thing. And then I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's
really
highly
good.
recommended.
That sounds a
really,
lot
really
like Perfect Blue.
good. It does sound
What's
a lot
that?
like Perfect Blue.
What's Perfect
The
Blue?
anime.
Oh, I
but-
didn't know
Yes, sir. But
Very much more modern.
Okay.
Can I recommend one?
Yeah, please.
Drag Me to Hell. It's one of my all-time favorites.
Oh,
Sam
yeah.
Raimi.
That's one of your
Favorite
all-time
movies ever.
favorites, Jake?
One of my
Holy
favorite
shit.
Sam Raimi's. I fucking love that movie so
Lot of-
much.
Good movie.
A lot of
good.
mouth work in that one.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's all about an eating disorder, pretty much.
Oh, damn. All right, well, go ahead and plug your
Jay?
stuff.
What? You seem like you're upset, or you're either shocked that I
No,
like this. I
no.
don't know which
Oh,
one
fuck.
it is.
I will put Freddy up against your stupid Sam Raimi at any time, anywhere.
What's up, Jack?
my favorite horror movie of all time is Evil Dead 2. So,
Oh yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
I'm
of course.
I'm
yeah.
Team Raimi all day. every
Raimi
day.
is the man. Dude, he's directing Doctor Strange too.
Oh my
How
God.
fucking dope is that?
The
That's gonna be
best-
great.
You talk about the
So
most
dope.
perfect casting. Just
So dope.
Hey, Jay, have you ever seen the Evil Dead musical?
Yep.
What?
Dude,
That's
so
a thing?
good. Yes.
Can you stream
Evil
it
Dead
anywhere?
musical, and they have Silence of the Lambs musical over at the
American Psycho too.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I gotta get on
Yeah,
that.
one of the Doctor Who's is Patrick Bateman, right?
Was it Tennant? Is Tennant playing?
Yeah, I think no, it's Matt.
Oh yeah, the guy after that followed him.
Yeah,
That's
Matt
a good
Smith.
voice too.
yeah, Matt Smith is playing Patrick Bateman in that one.
Oh, that's badass. All right, well, hey, David, go ahead and plug your stuff. Where can these people find you, man? What you got?
There I am, right there. Children of Days.
Yes.
On Instagram, and then Stop
Go.
Motion Nightmares on Facebook.
Go check him out, dude. He's freaking awesome.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got great
Thank you
work.
so much.
so it's just so cool, man.
It is. Oh yeah, Geiger Drum on Reddit, right?
Yes, Geiger Drone on Reddit.
Giger. Yeah, whatever.
Gigatron. All right, Jay, what you got?
I had my fear gas going. I've been doing it since 2015. Friday,
Good stuff.
obviously, just to bring it back to had a pretty big loss in the family on Friday, and so I just been filling my Facebook with images and memories of my old pal Jeremy Malega. I'm probably gonna do that for a little bit. I might just discontinue this year, and I think most people would understand. But what I'm doing with you guys right now, this is literally the most fun I've had with horror in a very, very long time. You guys,
We love you, Jay.
Love you, brother.
I love you. I love you all as well, man. Like y'all make me feel just so loved, and like through Facebook and everything. Like I've had an outpouring from people and friends and family. It probably the most since honestly literally my dad died about 26 years ago. So not trying to bring the room down, but it's just a lot of fun. Just just bullshitting with you guys and arguing with you guys because we're all so obstinate and we we have so much fun together. Oh, dude, Will has been doing these images for me for quite a few years. This is just so brilliant. This whole abyss themed, obviously it's 2020. But I'm probably I may just get like a wild hair at my ass to do a bunch of them, but if not, whatever. I think most people understand. But I can't wait to do the next podcast with you guys so we can just like sit around and bullshit. We have just too much fun. Like,
yes, sir.
So many different like opinions and whatnot, and like we just like God, we butt heads, but we see eye to eye at the same time. It's just brilliant. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of fun.
It is.
Fuck
what do we have
man.
next time, Ethan?
I actually don't remember. Will, what do we got?
It's Child's Play.
Oh,
we're going to be watching Child's Play next Monday.
Play a game?
God.
Oh man,
the Chucky
Brad
doll
Dourif.
freaked me out so bad when I was younger. This is going to be hard
Brad
for me.
Dourif, so good.
Oh no,
Chris Sarandon,
dude, so good. David, you gonna sit in with us?
Let me check my schedule. Yes.
Alrighty. Well, you heard it here first, y'all. We will be back a week from tonight, 8 p.m. next Monday with Child's Play. Oh God, I'm dreading that one. Whew. And hopefully we'll be back with Duck and Javi, and we'll be talking some more horror movies. So until next time, y'all, thank you for checking us out. Thank you for coming and talking with us, all that good stuff. Y'all have a great evening.
Goodbye, Internet.
Love you.
And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And since this is Camp/Horrorcast, if you want to check us out live, we will be on Twitch and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, and that's Javi. We're breaking down that pop culture, and we're having so much fun. And don't forget to check out We Are Bagu, a video game podcast, where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore, heroes, Gyros, dungeons, and distractions side quests. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, hopefully we see you in the live stream.